Dragon Masters, Heart of the Ruby Dragon by Tracy West, illustrated by Graham Howells. Chapter 1. A Royal Baby. A crowd was gathered in the courtyard of Arkwood Castle, one of the two castles ruled by King Roland and Queen Rose. The 4 Dragon Masters from Bracken, Drake, Anna, Bo, and Rory, were there with their dragons. "I can't wait to see the King and Queen's baby," said Anna. She sat on the back of her sun dragon, Kepri. Rory was perched on her fire dragon, Vulcan. She leaned to the left and then to the right. "I don't think we'll get a good look at the baby from way back here," she complained. "I wish we could fly overhead." Griffith, the teacher of the Dragon Masters, shook his head. "I told you, Rory, King Roland did not want the dragons at the royal baby's naming ceremony," the wizard said. "But Queen Rose loves them and wanted them here, so we must all be on our best behavior." Drake and Bo stood between their dragons, Worm and Shoe. "Queen Rose is very kind," Bo said. "Yes," Drake agreed, "and I'm sure she'll let us meet the baby after the ceremony." Drake gazed around the oval courtyard, which was surrounded by rose bushes. It led to a white castle with many round turrets. A harpist stood next to the castle doors. She began to pluck the strings, play a happy tune. The chattering crowd got quiet. The doors flung open, and out came King Roland with his fiery red bushy beard. Then came Queen Rose with her deep red hair worn in a long braid. She held a bundle in a white blanket. "It's the princess," Anna exclaimed in a loud whisper. "I wonder if they'll name her Rory," said Rory. "They've already got Roland and Rose. They should choose a name that begins with R." A small man wearing spectacles and a long robe joined the king and queen. "Friends, we are here today," he began. "Speak up, Father John," King Roland urged the royal priest. Father John coughed. "Friends, we are here. I will tell you why we are here." A new voice rang throughout the courtyard. The crowd parted and a tall woman walked up to the royal family. Her blue gown shimmered with hundreds of tiny stars. Golden hair rippled down her back. It's like she's sparkling," Rick realized. "Is she made of magic?" Griffith gasped. "It can't be," he cried. The woman stepped closer to King Roland and Queen Rose. "I demand that you stop this ceremony," she exclaimed. How dare you? Who do you think you are?" King Roland asked. The woman laughed. "I am a grown-up queen of the fairies, and this is my castle," she cried. She yanked the crown off Queen Rose's head. Then gold sparkles streamed from her right hand. "No!" Griffith cried, running toward the Agrona. But he was too late. King Roland, Queen Rose, and the baby had disappeared. Chapter 2. Panic at the Castle. Shocked gasps rippled through the crowd when the king, the queen, and their new baby vanished. Many things happened at once. Some people fled. Others charged toward Agrona. Rory launched into the air with Vulcan. Wham! Griffith shot a blast of magical energy at Agrona. Drake knew how powerful Griffith's magic was, but the blast didn't affect the Fairy Queen. She glared at Griffith with cold, glittering eyes. "Is that all you've got, wizard?" she asked. Drake looked up at Rory. Would she risk a fireball blast while Griffith is so close to the Grona? He wondered. He waved to her to come back down. Griffith yelled to the Dragon Masters, "Listen to me! Get the villagers to safety!" His hands sparkled with blue magic as he got ready to attack again. While Griffith spoke, Agrona hummed. She twirled around the courtyard, her eyes closed. How strange, Drake thought as he sprang into action. Drake motioned to the nearest villagers. "Touch my earth dragon. We will transport you to safety." Some villagers looked confused, but a mother with 4 children ran to Worm. They each placed a hand on him. Drake touched Worm. "Worm, transport to Arkwood Village, now!" Green light flashed as they disappeared from the courtyard. They reappeared in a small village on the edge of Arkwood Forest. Vulcan and Rory landed next to them, carrying 3 people. "Rats, you beat me," Rory said. "Next time." She flew toward Arkwood Castle as soon as her passengers climbed off. Drake and Worm transported back to the courtyard. Drake gasped when they arrived. A glittering gold wall of fairy magic circled the castle. Many villagers had escaped, but many were trapped behind the magic shield with Agrona. The Fairy Queen's hum was louder now, and the more she danced, the bigger the shield grew. Griffith's whole body crackled with magical energy. He stood at the shield and hit it with a massive energy blast. Wham! The energy blast bounced it off the shield. It slammed into the wizard. Bam! Griffith fell to the ground. All 4 Dragon Masters ran towards their wizard. He was breathing, but his eyes were closed. Rory pointed at the boys. Drake and Bo, get Griffith home to Bracken," she cried. "Anna and I will lead the rest of the villagers to safety. Then we'll meet you back at the castle." "Right," Drake agreed. He touched Griffith with one hand and Worm with the other. Bo touched Worm and his blue water dragon shoe. "Worm, take us to the Valley of Clouds," Drake yelled. Chapter 3. The Fairy Queen's Tale. The Valley of Clouds was hidden behind Bracken Castle, tucked between mountains. Drake, Bo, Shoe, and Griffith arrived there in a flash. Griffith's still body lay in the soft grass. Bo turned to his dragon. "Shoe, Griffith was harmed by magic. Please use your mist to heal him." Shoe closed her eyes. A sparkling light blue mist streamed from her mouth and rained down on Griffith. Drake watched the wizard's face. "Come on, Griffith, wake up," he pleaded. The boys and their dragon watched Griffith holding their breath. His eyes fluttered open. "Agrona," he said, sitting up. "You're back in Bracken," Drake told him. Rory and Anna flew down from the sky on their dragons. "Is Griffith okay?" Anna asked, jumping off Capri. I am feeling better, Griffith answered. Rory climbed off Vulcan and stomped toward the wizard. Who was that lady back there? Why did she make King Roland, Queen Rose, and the baby disappear? Griffith slowly sat up a bit straighter. Warren supported the wizard's back with his tail. Agrona is a wicked fairy queen from very long ago, Griffith began. Right, she called herself Queen of the Fairies, Drake remembered. But how is she here if she was alive so long ago? Fairies can live a very long time, Griffith replied, even longer than wizards. In fact, the people who live in Arkwood today don't remember her. Only wizards remember how all those years ago Agrona tried to claim the throne of Arkwood. What happened? Bo asked. Agrona and her fairy followers stormed the castle. But Arkwood's queen back then, Queen Marigold, was very clever, Griffith answered. She came up with a plan to trick Agrona. She asked her wizards to create a magical crown that would put anyone who wore it into a deep, deep sleep. She pretended to turn the throne over to Agrona, and when the fairy put on the crown, it worked. Agrona fell asleep. That was very clever, Anna agreed. Arkwood's wizards took Queen Agrona to a hidden cave where she would stay asleep forever, Griffith went on. But she's not asleep anymore, Rory said. Exactly, Griffith said. He stood up. That is why we must go to the cave immediately. If we learn how Agrona escaped her deep sleep, we may figure out how to defeat her. Drake made a fist. We must defeat her. We have to rescue the royal family. Warren can take us all to the cave, Drake said. Excellent. It's on the border of Bracken and Arkwood. He pointed to the east. I can sense a spot of heavy magic, Worm told Drake. I will bring us there. After everyone connected to Worm, they transported. They landed on a rugged gray rock hill. Rory scrambled up the slope. Over here, they followed her to a tall oak tree. Next to it, there was a wide hole in the rock. This hole is in the mountainside, looks like a cave, Bo cried. Capri can light the way, Anna said as her dragonstone glowed. The sun dragon streamed a beam of sunlight into the cave entrance. It's not a very big cave, Anna reported, but Capri can fit in. Worm, Vulcan, and Shoe stood guard while the others explored the cave. The first chamber led to a room containing nothing but a bed with a blue satin quilt. This must be where Agrona was kept in the deep sleep, Drake guessed. What exactly are we looking for? Anna asked. I am not sure, Griffith admitted. Anything out of ordinary. I see something, Rory cried. Capri, shine your light under the bed. Capri's sunlight hit something that sparkled. Bo picked up 3 pieces of metal. It's the magical crown, he said, but it is broken. Bo stood and everyone gathered around him. The thin gold crown had cracked into 3 pieces. Each piece had an indentation where a jewel might have fit in. But there were no jewels in this crown. Anna squatted to examine the ground. There are sparkly pieces over here. Some are red, some are clear, and some are green. I think they're broken gems. She gathered the scattered pieces. These gems decorated the crown, Griffith guessed. Somehow, that crown came off Agrona's head, and when it did, those jewels and the spell keeping her asleep broke. How did the magical crown fall off her head? Drake wondered. Let's find out, Griffith replied. Magical events leave traces that we can see with the right spell. Set the crown pieces and the broken gems on the bed. Bo and Anna obeyed. Griffith held out both arms. Blue magic sparked from his fingertips. A swirling cloud formed. In the cloud, images appeared and moved. First, they saw Agrona asleep in the bed, wearing the crown. Then the cave shook. The walls cracked. That looked like when the earthquake hit Bracken, Anna realized. Inside the magical image, the bed lurched. The crown slipped off Agrona's head. It tumbled to the ground and broke. The jewels fell out and shattered. Agrona's eyes slowly opened. At first, she did not move, and more images came swiftly. Agrona sat up. She tried to use magic, but no golden sparks came from her hands. The next image showed her pacing the cave. The final image showed the fairy queen's body shimmering with golden magic. She grinned. Then she walked out of the cave. Griffith's magic cloud faded. It took Agrona some time to regain her full powers after she awoke. He said, she must have felt strong enough this morning to return to Arkwood Castle and reclaim the throne. If we fixed the crown, we could put her to sleep again, Rory suggested. Griffith picked up a sparkling gem piece. Fixing the crown is a good idea, but I can sense that these are not ordinary gems. They may not be easy to replace. What is so special about the gems from the crown? Drake asked. I sense a powerful magic when I touch them, Griffith replied. My friend Sophie in Gallia is King Leon's wizard, and she is an expert in gems. She will know. Let's go to Gallia, Drake said, but we also need to find King Roland, Queen Rose, and the princess, Bo reminded everyone. And we have to rescue the villagers. Agrona has trapped her with the castle. And Anna and Rory, please stay in Bracken and help me. Drake and Bo, please transport to Gallia. Bring the crown to Sophie. Sparks glittered from on Griffith's fingertip. He drew a circle in the air and a white silk pouch appeared. The wizard carefully put the broken crown and jewel pieces in the pouch. He gave it to Bo and then gave Drake a magic mirror. Let us know if you learn anything important. Outside the cave, Drake touched Worm. Bo put one hand on Shoe and the other on Worm. Worm, please take us to Gallia Castle, Drake said. Worm transported and they all landed in front of the castle. Two lookout towers flanked the doors to the courtyard. Armored guards stood watch. Drake, Bo, and their dragons approached the guards. Halt! Who goes there? A guard with a bushy mustache asked. We are Drake and Bo, Dragon Masters from Bracket, and these are our dragons. We are here to see Sophie, the royal wizard, Bo added. The guards whispered to each other. Then the mustached guard cleared his throat. We are not sure if your dragons can enter, he said. I mean, they seem very nice, but there are rules and... Let them in, Julius. The voice came from behind the dragons. Drake and Bo turned to see a girl with short brown hair and a shining silver dragon. Jean, Drake ran and hugged his friend. I wasn't sure if we'd see you here. I am delivering my newest invention to King Leon, the Dragon Master replied. She patted the pack strapped to her back. I can take you to meet him and Sophie. That is, if Julius will bend the rules a little. The guard broke into a grin. Any friend of yours is a friend to the castle, Jean. He raised his voice. Open the doors. The large wooden doors slowly creaked open.